You know, you hit record, and this thing doesn't want to cooperate all of a sudden. That's how this usually goes. You fight with technology. It's a struggle. Probably going to take over, kill us all. Anyway, it's been a little while since I've done this, right? It's been a hot minute since I've done kind of a state of the corner sort of thing. And I feel like a lot has changed since the last time we did this. So I figured we probably need to talk about some stuff. But basically what I wanted this to also be was the day one, start one, episode one, whatever the heck you want to call it, of kind of a impromptu, sort of unorganized, podcasty sort of feel. It's something that I've been juggling for a little while now, and I figured, you know what, I'm going to do something like this. This should be cool, just to talk about some stuff, and this is a perfect opportunity to talk about the channel, maybe some other things that we want to do, what we have done, all the cool stuff that we might get to do later on. But yeah, I figured let's get into it. So stick around. We're going to be here for a little bit. All right, so why am I doing this? Well, you know, I love video games. I do. And I really like the idea of being able to do some podcast stuff too. Talk a little bit about plans and maybe just idly ramble on for a little while, and hopefully somebody's going to listen. Somebody might be here towards the tail end of it. If you are, thank you. Leave something in the comments if you do actually make it from point A to point B. It'd be pretty funny to see. Why am I doing this? Well, podcasts are something I'm interested in. I kind of like the concept of trying it out. And also with this channel, I also kind of just want to experiment with a bunch of other things and see what people think. And I figured this would be a good place to start. So what have we really been up to? Video game stuff, right? We've done Ark. We've been doing a lot of different other games, but I kind of want to bring it back to our roots of how we started this. So I started YouTube just doing speed builds of Ark. And we just did a few of those, and then eventually it evolved into doing like tips and tricks with Ark Survival Evolved, and then from there we did it mod reviews, and then we started doing gameplays, and I tried a couple of other gameplays that nobody seemed to really care about, and we've kind of incorporated a bunch of them since then. But man, it's been a kind of a wild ride. I want to say the majority of the people that come to the channel probably found different build videos or different mod reviews that they liked, and those are the ones that appealed to them, and that's really cool, and I'm really grateful you guys are here. But we've done Ark gameplays. We're on season 4 of Ark right now. Season 1 was on Ragnarok. Season 2 was Crystal Isles. Yeah, season 3 got cut short because the views just went way downhill, and there was no way I was gonna keep crunching in all that time to make that happen. But season 4, we're playing on Lost Island right now. That's been actually a lot of fun. I've been able to play with a mod that I actually haven't played with in a really long time. It's been super fun. If you're not playing modded Ark, you need to play some modded Ark. It's an awesome time. It'll breathe new life into that game for you. What else have we done? We've done Conan playthroughs, Subnautica Below Zero, Volcanoid, 7 Days to Die, Valheim, Icarus. Icarus is our current kind of other game that we're playing through right now, which I'm really enjoying. Northern Lights, that was a fun one. So I had a studio reach out to me, which I thought was kind of a scam in the beginning. I really thought that was. I didn't think it was real. I got an email saying, hey, why don't you check out our game? Here's a Steam key. And I'm like, sounds shady. I looked up the game. It's real. Looked up the company. They're real. So I went back through and actually checked it out and had a lot of fun playing it. What a super fun game that turned out to be. But the idea of somebody just like popping in and saying, hey, test out our game, see what you think, was mind-blowing, honestly. And this is such a small channel to have something like that happen. It was really cool to see, and I really enjoyed it. It was a lot of fun. So big shout out to them. But that's what we've really been doing, right? And I've been thinking about really what my goals for this channel really are and what I really want to do as far as YouTube is concerned. And for a while there, it was just, I want to do something on the side. I'm enjoying the video editing content sort of thing, and it's been really interesting. But I don't really want to restrict myself to just playing video games every now and then. I want to be able to do kind of stuff like this as well. So I've been thinking a lot lately about what my goals for YouTube really would be. Like if I could just kind of like Thanos snap my way into the end goal of what I'm doing, what would that look like, you know? And I've been really trying to nail that down lately. I've been distracted with it, trying to define exactly what that is, because the truth is that the more and more I get involved with this, the more and more I get involved with everybody that I meet and the people on Discord and streaming and stuff like this, I'm finding that this is really something that I'm interested in. And I would love to be able to do this full time. End goal, that would be the thing. End goal, if I could snap my fingers, would be this. I could do something like this as a full-time job. That would be it. and I don't know if we'll ever get there. I don't know, but I'm sure as hell going to try, and we have been for a little while, and you guys have been incredibly supportive. Let me tell you, like the idea that the fact that I've even made it this far is kind of mind blowing, to be honest with you. But yeah, that's what I want to do. So I do want to try to incorporate some other things into the channel to maybe make it feel not so, obviously we started with Ark, and Ark is what a lot of this channel is about, and I get that, but I'd much rather be a gaming channel in general and not an Ark channel in general. I don't want to restrict myself too much to that one specific game, and I feel kind of tied down to that a lot, especially lately. And that's not anybody's fault, right? That's not anyone. I'm not blaming that on anybody. Nobody made me record all that stuff and edit it and push it out. I did that, so I wholeheartedly understand that. But I do want to do things a little bit differently. So I still want to play around with the things that we have been doing, the mod reviews and some of the Ark taming stuff, and specifically the mod reviews. I have a lot of fun being able to play around with a lot of that stuff, and I think that would be really fun to keep going. We'll see. But I definitely still want to keep doing the mod reviews, and I definitely still want to do the gameplay reviews. If you checked out our community tab, I kind of threw something out earlier this week saying, would you guys rather see more live streams or more gameplay episodes? And it was unanimous. Keep things the way they are. Do the gameplay episodes, which is kind of cool because I get to edit a little bit more with that, and I get to have a little fun with that. So I'm totally cool with doing that. But what else do I want to do? That's the kicker. That's what I'm trying to figure out. So the two things that really jumped out at me is I'd like to do more of a review-esque sort of look at a lot of games. I think that I take a game and maybe start doing some episodal gameplays, and it's not necessarily anybody's cup of tea, or it is for like the first 2 episodes, and then it kind of like trickles down after that. So I think if I could just kind of mash a lot of the gameplay together and do a general synopsis or review on something like that, that might be a bit more appealing, and it might work a little bit better. Just my thoughts. Again, throughout any of this, if you have something, an opinion, an idea, throw something in the comments. If you love it, hate it, whatever the case is, throw something in the comments. And I just realized during this recording that there's a little black bar at the bottom of this, and that is going to aggravate the hell out of me. I'm over it. Anyway, reviews, gaming reviews. I think that would be kind of a cool thing to do. Take a game, maybe do an episode or 2 or 3 at the most, and then just kind of do a general review of it. Now, I've thought about doing this a couple different ways. Typically, we play a lot of survival games here, right? So my knee-jerk reaction was, I don't know, maybe what we'll do is do like, typically in any of these survival games, there's a day-night set period, right? There's a day period. So I was thinking, I've seen a lot of people do this 100 days Ark hardcore sort of playthrough. What if I took that idea and ran with it on all of these games, right? Like all these survival games that I keep playing, not just maybe not 100 days. It might take a while if I was doing 100 days on all these, but maybe something like 30 days of this game straight. 30 days of this survival game. This is what I'm doing. 30 days in, at the end of it, I go, here's my impression. 30 days in, this is what I'm thinking. Something like that would be pretty cool, I think. Again, I'm open to suggestions, but I thought it'd be a cool idea. Let me know what you think. The other thing I wanted to do, and this is pseudo kind of involved into this, and I've talked about this a lot and I've teased about it a lot, but I really want to start doing some sort of gaming podcast. I have a general idea, and I'm hoping that there are a few people that I have in mind that I think I'm going to reach out to see if there would be something that they would be interested in doing. But I see, when I look at the podcast world in general, it's either the really crazy popular podcasts that have popular people that everyone knows and yada, yada, yada. But I thought to myself, it would be nice to do a podcast specifically targeting small to medium-sized content creators. Not necessarily just gamers either, right? Small content to medium-sized content creators, maybe streamers or here on YouTube or wherever they are, it doesn't really matter. And again, not necessarily the medium would matter either, right? Not necessarily just video games. But the idea of reaching out to somebody like that, somebody who's maybe just starting out early, maybe they haven't been in this, doing something like this long, and talking about the things that you run into, right? When I started YouTube, what I thought I needed to do and all the stuff that I actually need to do is 2 complete lists. One list was very short, and the other one is very long, and it just keeps growing and growing and growing. Not that I'm okay with it, but it's definitely, there's a lot of challenges that you don't necessarily think are going to come after you that present themselves. So I thought it would be a cool idea to talk to smaller content creators, smaller streamers, and go, hey, what are the hurdles that you've had to run into, and talk about that, or maybe the reasons for starting something, or their interests or goals, or where they plan on going from there. Kind of like the questions that I've been asking myself lately, like kind of snap my fingers, boom, I'm there. What's that end goal look like? And then maybe just talk about how they're going to get there, I also think it'd be a cool idea. Granted, we're a small channel, but it would be kind of a cool idea to take somebody like that and, throw a little audience their way, give them a little bit of a platform to talk about their stuff. I think that might be kind of a neat idea. But it's something that I haven't really seen. And I thought maybe we could do that. That'd be fun. There's a few people that I definitely have in mind that I think I would probably reach out to, but that's something else that I'd really like to talk to you guys about. So if you're watching this and you know of somebody like that, or if you are somebody like that, leave something in the comments. Just jump in our Discord, shoot me a direct message. You can find my email, the email address for this YouTube channel on the context. Is it context? I said context. It's late. I need to go to bed. Contact list, right? That's where you'll find it. You'll find the email address there. Pull it up, shoot me an email. If you are somebody, or you know somebody that might be interested in doing something like this, I think I really want to make it happen. And either way, I'd really like to do kind of a podcasty thing. I want to try to do it at least once a month, right? Now, if it's just me doing it, maybe we'll talk about some gaming news or things going on in the gaming industry. Lord knows there's a lot of that going on. And yeah, I mean, maybe not for that much longer, because I'm fairly certain Microsoft's just going to buy everything. So everything's just going to have a big Microsoft tag on it. They own like everything now. Almost everything. It's crazy to me. Which, I'll be honest with you, I'm like incredibly nervous about, but I feel like that's a subject for a whole nother discussion. But yeah, I figured that would be a cool idea. So those are the two that really jumped out at me, doing like a different format of review gameplay sort of style things, and then also doing, introducing some podcasty stuff into it as well. Now, I would still want to do a lot of the stuff that we've been doing for ARC. So I still want to do a lot of our mod reviews. I still want to do the ARC gameplay episodes. Those have been really fun for me to do. And obviously, some of our live streams, which again is something that I've started doing, but it's also something that I keep wanting to talk about. So I had this idea of getting a few different games together of just what I have installed on my desktop at the time, and then throwing a vote option down in Discord and just letting you guys decide. Now, I've talked to some people and they've been like, we don't care. As long as you're on the stream, that's what we're going to show up and hang out with. As long as you're on the stream, we're just going to come hang out with you. And I appreciate that. I really, really, really do. But really, I don't mind playing any of these. I genuinely want to play any of the ones that I list. So honestly, I don't care who gets picked what, who picks the highest or what. God, I cannot talk. I'm flappered. Like, blah, 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 blah. And honestly, I don't care who wins, because I enjoy all these games. You know what I mean? Yeah. But I think that's generally kind of where I'm at, where I'm going. I apologize if that seems scatterbrained, but I feel like this is kind of an outlet to talk about some of that stuff. What else? I have been asked about starting a Patreon, and it is something that I've been contemplating. Right now we have the YouTube memberships, which is a way to financially contribute if you choose to do something like that. This is always a weird subject that I feel awful, like just not awful, but just awkward talking about. But that is an option if you want to support the channel. There is a membership section where you can pick between 3 different tiers. Those tiers have perks. If I were to start a Patreon, I wouldn't keep both active. It would be kind of weird to do that, right? So I would probably drop the membership thing here and open up Patreon and move everything over there, whatever the case is. I haven't 100% pulled the trigger on that, and I think I'm going to. I just need to get everything organized on that side of things, right? I don't want to say, hey, I started it, and then it just be just giant disheveled mess like what's usually going on here. So I'll try to keep things a bit more organized there. But again, I'll have some sort of update coming down the road when we decide to start that. I would say check our Discord and then the community tab here. And I'll usually say something there if there's something going on with the channel or some sort of change that's being made, that's what's going on. I think that's about it. Other than the fact that I really just wanted to take the time to thank everybody for supporting the channel the way you have been. Man, even if you're just stopping by and watching a video, hitting a little thumbs up button, it really means a lot. I started this not really knowing what my intentions were and what I wanted to do with it. And I really think after the few years that I've been doing this, I want to start to dedicate more time into being able to aim to do this full time. I think that's really what my goal is. I really feel like that's what I want to strive towards and possibly achieve. And we'll see where we go with that. But there's been a lot of support. Like I said, even if you're just stopping by and watching some of the videos, if you're hanging out in the streams, if you're commenting on the videos, if you're joining the membership thing, if you're in our Discord, thank you so much. And there's been a lot of people that I've been able to play games with in those Discords, and I apologize that I'm not able to do that enough. I wish I had more time to hang out with a lot of those people, and you know who you are. And we've had a lot of help. A lot of people have jumped in the Discord and started helping out with other stuff and jumping in our community server and doing all sorts of cool stuff, which is actually crap. That's something else I wanted to talk about. Man, I am just jumping all over the place. So the ARC community server is currently loaded on, actually we have two community servers. One is on Valheim currently. I have one server that kind of switches games depending on what we want to do. And the other one is loaded with ARC of whatever map we want to play with at that time. It's usually modded in a PvE setting. We're on Lost Island right now. We were on Fjordur, which was interesting because now Fjordur is going to be introduced into the regular playlist of maps. So that's kind of odd, which we might end up going back there. I don't know. But if you're interested in playing some PvE, some modded PvE ARC, jump in our Discord, find the server rules list, check it out, make sure you understand it, shoot me a message on Discord. I will shoot you the server info and you can jump in and play. Right now, I think there's a 30 slot server, but I have no problem with lifting that, raising that cap if we need to. With that being said, when we did something really cool on the last server when we moved over to Lost Island. And at the end, we did this really cool build contest. And there was only a few of us participating, but it was kind of a last minute thing. I would like to do that again. And I think what we'll do is like, I don't know, maybe a week or 2 weeks before we decide that we might swap maps there soon, I might go back through and basically give everybody temporary admin to just kind of free build whatever they want and do a really cool build contest. Give everybody a couple days to just build something neat and then go around the stream. Maybe we'll take a stream and just peruse around and see everybody's bases, what everybody's built. And then whoever wins, what we did last time is whoever won the build contest got to hand choose one mod to get rolled over on the new server, with the exception of like total conversion mods. You get pick a mod that's going to be played on the next server, which I thought was really cool. It was kind of interesting concept and people seem to like it, so definitely going to do that. I don't think we're there anytime soon. We've not been on Lost Island very long, but yeah, definitely want to do that. But if you want to play some ARC, jump in Discord, hit me up, we'll make it happen. Speaking of, one of our community members, Excalibur, is a mod creator, an awesome mod creator, and actually went and did a Harv's Corner mod, which is awesome, and I love him for it, and I appreciate all I appreciate all that stuff, man. All that little stuff that you guys do that I don't know if you think it means as much as it does, but to me it like gets me all giggly, which is hilarious to me. Like the idea that this little community's been doing such cool things like that has been really neat. That's really it. I just wanted to say that was kind of a derailed me thanking you for support and then segueing into a community server and then coming back to say thank you again. So thank you. At any rate, we're going to keep this roughly short this time around. I'm going to reach out to possibly a few people and see if they'd be interested in doing some sort of podcasty thing. Either way, I'm going to do something like this probably more like once a month from now on. And if we don't have anything to necessarily update with the channel, then I'm going to pull some like news in the gaming industry, maybe rattle off about some stuff like that, see where we go from there. But I do want to thank you guys for being here, and absolutely leave something in the comments. Let me know what you guys think. If you have an opinion or an idea or something, I really want to hear what it is. So that's pretty much all I got. I'm sure as soon as I hit stop recording, I will think of about another dozen things I wanted to talk about. But that'll be it. That's it out of me. Thank you for hanging out. Thanks for stopping by and listening. Again, want to try to do something like this like once a month-ish maybe. If it ends up being something popular that people really like, then I'll do more of it. I'm thinking with the review thing, I might try to test that out, see what people like. And if it's something that really picks up steam, then we'll roll with that too. Yeah, I just kind of want to... I don't want to overhaul this channel, but I do kind of want to change some things and add some things so that I don't feel like stagnant. And I think you guys probably understand where I'm coming from. But as always, thanks for being here. I appreciate you. See you next time.